Hi, Miss Bailey here. Have you ever heard of an advice column? They are usually in magazines or newspapers, and people write in with questions that they have in need of help. Usually, someone will write back with advice answering their question. Well, in this book, we have Dr. Sugarglider to the rescue. He helps animals all over the world with their problems, big or small. In this book, different animals have written letters that have problems that they're facing. And through Dr. Sugarglider's answers, we learn a little bit about each animal. The answers are actually true, so you learn animal trivia at the same time while reading. And I had fun learning all these things about animals that I never knew. For example, did you know that a shark has its own mobile cleaning squad? Or that a crocodile has to eat rocks in order to digest their food? Be prepared to laugh and even be a little bit grossed out at the same time. I really hope you like this book. Hi everyone, I'm Miss Bailey and I want you to meet Clarissa. Clarissa's dad is a creepy castle. Clarissa's mom is an actual witch's hut. But Clarissa herself turned out to be a very adorable pink cottage. Now, the problem is that Clarissa wants to be scary. She is bored and tired of being cute and cozy. She wants to be terrifying and have ghosts in her house. Her parents try to tell her that it's okay to be herself, but Clarissa doesn't want to hear that. She refuses to give up her dreams of being haunted. Will she succeed? You'll have to read about Clarissa's plans in She Wanted to Be Haunted to find out. I hope you enjoy it.
Hi everyone, I'm Miss Beth. I'm going to talk to you today about a couple of book series which I think will be great for you. The first one is the Madeline Finn series, and this first one is Madeline Finn and the Library Dog. Madeline Finn is a young girl who doesn't like to read. She doesn't like to read books, she doesn't like to read magazines, she doesn't like to read the menu on the ice cream truck. Reading is very difficult for Madeline. And in school, her teacher will give stars for good reading out loud, saying the words correctly, and Madeline Finn hasn't gotten that sticker yet. She gets a sticker that says keep trying, but not that star, and she really, really wants that star. And then one day, her mom brings her to the library, and there she meets Bonnie. Bonnie is a read dog, so Madeline practices reading to Bonnie, and she gets better and better, and eventually something happens at the end, and I'll let you read that one and find out. Okay. And in addition to this book here, we also have Madeline Finn and the Shelter Dog. So Madeline Finn takes her dog to the shelter, and they practice reading to the dogs there. And then we move on to Madeline Finn and the Therapy Dog. So just different ways that dogs can help people. So if you like these, let us know. We'll bring, and you can check these out from the library. This is the next series I want to talk to you about. This is Little Chef. This has great recipes in there and some helpful tips. Each one shows you like the menu, and they open up and give you some recipes in there. And they all have some jokes in there as well. Do you want to hear a joke? Okay. What does a nut say when it sneezes? Cashew. Why do fish swim in salt water? Because pepper water would make them sneeze. So lots of silly things in here. This one is Grandma and Me in the Kitchen. So it's a way to build memories together with your grandma. Okay. There's different recipes in there, beverages, sandwiches, all different things. You make soup. Okay. We also have Grandpa and Me to learn to cook together. Again, cool recipes inside. The flaps open up, give you some information. This also has some funny jokes in there as well. And we have Mom and Me cooking together. Dad and Me, fun in the kitchen. All right. So these are some great ways for you to bond with the grown-ups in your life. do some cooking, find some things that you like, tell some funny jokes, and you can try these out. And we have plenty of other cookbooks. If these don't strike you, you want to try some, or you expand from this, you want to try something different, just let us know here at the library. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Miss Joanne, and I'm here to tell you about the book Miss Smith's Incredible Storybook by Michael Garland. Miss Smith is Zach's new teacher. Zach is not excited about starting the new school year, but when it comes time for Miss Smith to read to the class, the story she was reading came to life. It was incredible. The class was right in the middle of the ocean on a ship with pirates. Zach could not wait for school anymore. He loved going and hearing Miss Smith read other stories from her amazing book. But one day, Miss Smith was late for school, and the principal decided to read from the incredible storybook while waiting for her to arrive. When the characters came out of the pages, the principal ran from the room. Can Zach and the other kids get the characters back into the book, or will the situation get even worse? Read Miss Smith's Incredible Storybook to find out what happens. And if you like this story, try reading other Miss Smith books about Miss Smith, of course, and her class. Do you like mysteries? Do you like pancakes? What do mysteries and pancakes have to do with each other? Well, Nate the Great is a detective. Nate the Great loves pancakes. Nate's friends always ask him to help solve mysteries when a mystery needs to be solved. In Nate the Great and the Fishy Prize, Nate's friend Rosamund has a mystery to be solved. She calls Nate and asks him to help find the Smartest Pet Contest prize. Nate says he can't help Rosamund because Nate has to get his dog ready for the Smartest Pet Contest. Rosamund is so upset. There will be no Smartest Pet Contest if the prize is not found, says Rosamund. Nate the Great takes the case. Will Nate be able to figure out what happened to the prize and where it went? Read to find out what happens. Oh, and pancakes. Nate the Great always rewards himself when he solves a mystery with a big stack of pancakes. Will he get his pancakes at the end of this book? If you enjoy this book, we have lots of other Nate the Great mysteries for you to choose from.
Hi everyone, my name is Miss Sarah, and I want to tell you guys about one of my favorite fall reads, and that is the series Zoe and Sassafras. So in this very first book, which is what I'm going to tell you about today, we follow Zoe and her kitty Sassafras on their adventures. So this first one is called Dragons and Marshmallows, and it's written by Isa Citro. So in our very first adventure, Zoe and her kitty discover something amazing. So while helping her mom pack for a trip, they see this photo, and in this photo, it's glowing. And they're like, well, that's pretty strange. And as they look closer, they notice that the picture in the photo is actually moving as well. So Zoe asks her mom about this, what's going on? And her mom tells her that, Zoe, you actually have an amazing gift. You can see magical creatures. So all this time, Zoe's mother has been taking care of magical creatures in a barn outside of their house. But since she didn't think Zoe could see them, because her husband couldn't either, she never told her. But now that she knows Zoe can see the creatures too, she's so excited. But Zoe's mom's leaving, like I said. She's going away for a little bit. So she asks Zoe for a favor. So now that I know you can see magical creatures, could you take care of any sick or injured animals that come to the barn while I'm gone? Well, Zoe is more than excited to do this task. So she readily agrees, yes, I can definitely do this. But when the very first patient shows up at the barn, a sick little baby dragon, does Zoe and Sassafras have what it takes to help make him better and save the day? Have to read and find out. So this is an awesome series. It uses a lot of science and a really great problem solving, and it's a great adventure full of magic and wonder. I definitely recommend checking this one out. Plus, as you can see beside me, there is a whole bunch more in this series to read. So the next one is Monsters and Mold, and then there's Merhorse and Bubbles, there's Caterflies and Ice, lots of fun, strange, magical creatures. There's Bips and Roses, Grumpets and Pests, and Unicorns and Germs. Ew. So definitely give Zoe and Sassafras a try. This is a really great series for early readers that I cannot recommend enough. Did you know that a crocodile can't actually chew his food? Or did you know that a shark can live for hundreds of years? Or how about the fact that a tiger, the closest relative to a cat, can't actually purr? Or even weirder still, that a polar bear's fur is not actually white. This is the Super Facts for Super Kids series. It is an awesome nonfiction series about some different animals that you guys can read about and learn, filled with some pretty interesting fun facts, things that I didn't even know. After all, I really thought a polar bear's fur was white. What color do you think it is? Do you know? You'll have to read and find out. So this series is written with tons of little tidbits of information, as well as in a little bit of a comic book style. So it's got fun little pop-ups and graphics scattered throughout. I cannot recommend this series enough, especially if you wanted to get started trying nonfiction. This is the perfect place to begin. Check it out.
Hello, I'm Rebecca. I work here at the Lucy Robbins Wells Library. I'm hoping you'll come and visit us soon. I'm here to tell you about some books I think you might want to try. So a new early reader series that we have here in the library was actually based on a big kid chapter book called The Nocturnals by Tracey Hecht. And she took those books and made them into early readers. And the good thing about this series is it comes in all different levels. So let me tell you a little bit about the characters in this book because I think that's what makes it so fun. So first off, we have Dawn. She's a red fox. She's very wise and gives good advice to her friends. And then there's Tobin. Tobin is an animal maybe you haven't heard of before. Tobin is a pangolin. And you'll learn a little bit more about pangolins when you read this. But Tobin is shy and a little unsure of himself. And then there's Bismarck. Bismarck is a sugar glider. He's a small animal with a really big personality. And in this series, they're fun little stories about these three friends, all of which are nocturnal animals. So they sleep during the day and are up at night. And we have some in the yellow dot section. So if you're in first grade, this might be a good spot for you to look for the Nocturnals to read. And if you're a second grader, you might want to pick one from our green dot areas. And within the green dot, we have some that the publisher has decided is a level 2 and others that are a level 3. So depending on how well you read, you might want to choose one or the other. But these are books that you can read yourselves about some really cool animals that are up at night. And while I was researching about the Nocturnals, I decided to see if we had any nonfiction books on those animals. And it turns out we have some great nonfiction choices on foxes. We have a couple of books about sugar gliders. So if you want to learn more about sugar gliders, we have some nonfiction books. I had to order a nonfiction book about pangolins because we don't have one. And that won't be coming in until after the first of the year. But in the meantime, I found this really cool fiction book in our picture book section called I Am Not a Penguin, and it's a pangolin's lament. And it's about this pangolin who's trying to teach everybody about what kind of animal he is, and they keep confusing him with all these other animals. And it's really fun with really fun illustrations. Let me show you. Here's the start. It says, meet the pangolin. Lots of speech bubbles. And what's cool about it is at the end of the book, there are a whole bunch of fun facts that you can learn about pangolins. So that's another choice. This is by Liz Wong. I am not a penguin, because penguin and pangolin sound kind of the same. And while I was researching the nonfiction books, I saw on the shelf one of my favorite nonfiction books of all time that I wanted to tell you about. It's called The Little Book of Sloth, and it's about a sloth sanctuary. This is by Lucy Cooke. It's in our nonfiction section. And the pictures are so cute. They're photographs. I mean, look at this little guy. So this is about a sloth sanctuary, a place where injured sloths who wouldn't make it in the wild can go and live. It's in Costa Rica, which is in Central America, south of Mexico. And you'll just learn about the sanctuary and some of its cute little sloths who live there and how they keep them safe. So those are some of my choices. I hope we'll see you at the library real soon to come and check those out.